Protea is a time-manipulating Warframe. She and the Warframe, Vauban, could be related as they both heavily rely on their unique gadgetry on missions. Grenade Fan is Protea's first ability and has two distinct properties. Holding one and then releasing will deploy shield generators that can be picked up by allies. Tapping one will deploy grenades that create vortexes harmful to enemies. Blaze Artillery is Protea's second ability. Upon activation, she deploys the portable turrets she carries around her waist. The guns will temporarily be suspended in the air, blasting any enemies they detect and increasing its damage output with every hit. Protea's third ability is Dispensary, a flower-like device that generates health drops, energy drops, and ammo for the team. Protea's fourth ability is Temporal Anchor. When dropped at a location, Protea will return to that spot after Temporal Anchor expires. Until then, a portion of the total damage she does with her weapons or abilities will go towards a final implosion that occurs when the ability expires and returns Protea to her initial anchor point. Anything lost or expended during her time being anchored will be restored. If Protea receives lethal damage, the anchor point is lost, and she'll be left with a small portion of health rather than go down. Detworks' late-game Protea is set up to provide strong damage support for the team. She has a special temporal erosion mod installed, which allows her vortex grenades and turrets to strip away enemy armor, while her fourth ability is active. Protea's poor energy efficiency looks bad at first, but her dispensary more than makes up for it. For Archon Shards, Protea has 2 Azure Health, 2 Azure Armor, and 1 Tau-forged Crimson Strength installed. For Arcanes, Molt Augmented and Efficiency are being used to provide extra ability strength and duration during combat. Protea's primary weapon is the Fenmore, a void-touched weapon that starts out as a semi-automatic rifle and evolves into a fully automatic heavy weapon when enough headshots are made. It's currently modded out to be a status weapon that delivers viral and heat damage. This Fenmore has a primary deadhead arcane that increases damage output when headshot kills are performed. Protea's secondary weapon is also an evolving weapon that transforms from a semi-automatic pistol to a fully automatic rifle when enough headshots are made. Detworks' Late-game is a status weapon that hits with impact, slash, heat, and viral damage. Its Cascadia Flare Arcane provides a stacking damage boost on enemies suffering heat status. For melee, Protea carries a custom Zaw spear named Poker Face. It has an Exodia Contagion Arcane, which amplifies air melee projectile damage by a tremendous amount, making this more of a ranged weapon than a standard one. Its second arcane, Melee Exposure, provides stacking corrosive damage for the Zaw when Protea activates an ability. Poker Face features a Detat Magnetio Riven mod and deals impact, puncture, slash, and corrosive damage. The Dariga serves as Protea's companion. It shocks enemies that get too close and can fire powerful calculated shots with a Hellstrom micro-missile launcher. This Sentinel serves as a primer, applying impact, puncture, heat, radiation, and viral statuses to increase the team's damage output. Detworks typically starts by holding 1 to deploy shield generators for the squad. Next, Temporal Anchor is engaged by pressing 4. The after images left by Protea indicate it's active, and that her 1 and 2 abilities can now shred enemy armor. 1 is tapped and spammed to spread her grenade fans. When Temporal Anchor expires and rewinds Protea to her starting position, Detworks either repeats the process and/or makes use of her powerful Blaze Artillery turrets and ever-useful Dispensary. Saryn is a powerful Warframe who attacks with contagious spores and has a passive ability that causes any negative status effects she inflicts on enemies to last 25% longer. She's named after a real chemical weapon that is both colorless and odorless. Lucky is a tanky feline companion that can frequently grant useful buffs and is healed by Saryn's melee attacks. Saryn's first ability is called Spores. When an enemy is hit, they quickly experience large growths on their body and take corrosive damage over time that increases with every second. A graphic on the bottom right of the screen will indicate the current damage value and number of enemies infected. Growths on enemies will burst and spread new spores to any other nearby threats when they are directly shot. The infected target is taken out by an ally killing blow, or when the infected target is struck anywhere on its body, while Saryn's Toxic Lash ability is active. Saryn's second ability is an aura effect called Gloom, which originally belonged to the Warframe Sevagoth. Deadworks used the Helminth system to apply it to Saryn, increasing her survivability and killing potential. The edge of gloom can be seen by a smoky haze in the distance. Enemies that get within Gloom's range have their movements drastically reduced. Furthermore, she and squad mates inside the Gloom's area of effect gain lifesteal on all their attacks. Saryn's third ability is called Toxic Lash and gives all her physical attacks toxin damage for a limited amount of time. This effect is greater on melee weapons than firearms. Attacking enemies while Toxic Lash is active will burst any spores on them, even without direct hits, and spread new spores to any other nearby enemies. Saryn's final ability is Miasma, and is used after her spores have infected multiple enemies. Saryn releases a lethal mist that stuns nearby enemies and then makes them suffer viral damage over time. Enemies hit with Miasma, while infected with spores, suffer a tremendous increase to their damage, and if they die while Miasma is still active, they spread new spores to any other nearby enemies. Deadworks' late-game mods for his Saryn Prime focus on ability range and strength. For Archon Shards, she has 2 Emerald Corrosion and 3 Azure Health installed. For Arcanes, Arcane Energize and Molt Augmented are being used to provide extra energy and strength during combat. Saryn's primary weapon is the Nataruk, a powerful bow forged from sentient remains. It has infinite ammo, and any of its mystical arrows loosed after a charged shot of 70% or above receive a higher crit chance and crit multiplier. The current mods for the bow focus on improved critical, slash, and puncture attacks. Saryn's secondary weapon is the Catabolist, an organic pistol that spews heat, viral, and corrosive damage with its mod setup. When the gun's ammo bladder becomes empty, it turns into a living grenade that's thrown at enemies and explodes during the weapon's reload phase. The Catabolist's most exotic components are its Cascadia Flare, Arcane, and Hexachronicon Riven mod. Saryn's melee weapon is the Lesion, an infested polearm that grants increased attack speed and toxin damage for its user upon successfully inflicting a negative status to an enemy. The Lesion delivers blast, slash, impact, and electric damage, which also synergizes with the weapon's arcane melee influence. Lucky is a playful yet devious Smita Kavat. Its mods grant improved durability, small damage support, and its charm feature frequently allows the cat a chance to bestow one of 6 useful buffs to Saryn. When the mission starts, press 3 to empower Saryn's attacks, hit an enemy with her 1, attack with her empowered weapons, and burst the spores on that enemy to infect all threats in the vicinity. Purple numbers indicate enemy overshields, armor, or health being damaged, while blue numbers mean normal enemy shields are being reduced by your attack. Saryn is a warframe that can literally kill, albeit slowly, just by standing still and doing nothing. However, the way to properly use her setup here is to activate Gloom, maintain it, go mobile, and use your weapons. Once in a while, pop miasma for a damage spike and continue hitting enemies with spores. Trinity is a powerful support frame that can turn enemies into conduits of healing and energy. In the right hands and battle conditions, she can also serve as an amazing tank, which is how Detworks uses her. Trinity is a word linked to Christian doctrine that claims there is one God in three divine parts: the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. The word is also linked to role-playing games where the known Holy Trinity a party needs consists of a tank, a healer, and a DPS. Trinity's first ability is an aura effect called Gloom, which originally belonged to the Warframe Sevagoth. Detworks used the Helminth system to apply it to Trinity, increasing her survivability and killing potential. The edge of Gloom can be seen by a smoky haze in the distance. Enemies that get within Gloom's range will have their movements drastically reduced. Furthermore, she and squad mates inside Gloom's area of effect gain life steal on all their attacks. Trinity's second ability is Energy Vampire, which causes a target to pulse a certain number of times, granting energy to any nearby allies. Rather than wait for all pulses to happen, simply kill the target, and all its potential energy will be released at once. Detworks has augmented this ability with a Vampire Leech mod that converts excess energy to shields. Trinity's third ability is Link, and causes her to be tethered to nearby enemies. While linked, she gains damage reduction and transfers incoming damage and negative status effects to her tethered enemies. Detworks has augmented this ability with an Abating Link mod, which reduces the armor of any enemies attached to Trinity for faster kills. Blessing is Trinity's fourth ability. When activated, she grants damage reduction, shields, and health to herself and allies within range. Detworks' late-game Trinity is set up to be more of a tank than a support frame, taking advantage of special mods such as Adaptation, Vampire Leech, and Abating Link. For Archon shards, she has 2 Amber casting speed and 3 Crimson duration installed. For Arcanes, Molt Efficiency and Arcane Avenger are being used to provide extra duration and chances for critical hits. Detworks' Trinity normally doesn't rely on a primary weapon, but in this instance she's equipped with a Phage Beam weapon. It inflicts toxin, magnetic, and viral damage, has an Arma Gelatox Riven mod, and is fitted with a primary Merciless Arcane. The most important weapon for this build is the Occucore, a secondary status beam weapon that can attack multiple enemies simultaneously. It inflicts heat, radiation, and viral damage, and is fitted with a Cascadia Flare Arcane. The weapon also has a rare Sentient Surge mod that was acquired through Nightwave activities. Melee attacks are also not required for this setup, but currently his Trinity carries a Exorus Glaive that does puncture, slash, and electric damage, and is also fitted with a melee influence arcane. For a companion, Detworks' Trinity is accompanied by a Carrier Sentinel that provides minor damage support. It uses a sweeper shotgun fixed with vigilante mods and inflicts magnetic and radiation damage. Detworks usually starts out by pressing 3 to activate Trinity's Link ability. Next, Gloom is activated to slow down enemy actions and grant life steal to herself and squad members in range. In case it's needed, 2 can be pressed on an enemy to make it pulse and provide energy. The Occucore pistol will take care of the rest. It can have a maximum of 4 energy tendrils that will lock onto hostiles within 40 degrees of your reticle. Upon the weapon's magazine going empty or reloading, the tendrils disappear, but the gun's Sentient Surge mod will keep that from happening as much as possible. In Detworks' experience, unless you're leveling other weapons, Trinity will be fine with just the Occucore and a sturdy companion.